The Roman Empire stands as a colossal figure in history. At its peak, Rome controlled a vast empire stretching from the British Isles to the borders of Persia. Roman law, engineering, and culture influenced much of the known world, yet this mighty empire did not fall in a single day. It experienced a long, drawn-out decline over centuries. The fall of the Western Roman Empire was a complex process, not a single event. It was a gradual disintegration caused by a combination of internal weaknesses and external pressures. Understanding this fall requires examining the internal decay that weakened the empire from within. We must also consider the external forces that relentlessly chipped away at its borders. By understanding the reasons behind this fall, we gain valuable lessons applicable even in the 21st century. The Roman Empire, despite its outward strength, suffered from deep internal problems that gradually eroded its foundations. Political instability plagued the empire for centuries. Emperors rose and fell quickly, often overthrown by rivals or assassinated. This constant power struggle weakened the central government and made it difficult to address pressing issues. The crisis of the 3rd century, a period of near anarchy, exemplified this instability. Economic troubles further weakened the empire. The once prosperous Roman economy faced a steady decline. Constant wars and overspending depleted the treasury. Inflation soared, devaluing the currency and making it difficult for ordinary citizens to afford basic goods. The reliance on slave labor discouraged technological innovation and created a vast underclass with little stake in the empire's success. Social and moral decay also played a role in the empire's decline. The traditional Roman values of civic duty, discipline, and public service gradually eroded. Internal problems like diseases weakened the Roman Empire from within. While internal problems weakened the Roman Empire from within, external pressures mounted, further contributing to its decline. The most significant of these pressures came from the migrations and invasions of barbarian tribes. For centuries, these tribes, including the Goths, Vandals, and Huns, had lived on the fringes of the Roman Empire. They often traded with Rome and even served in its armies. However, as the empire weakened, these tribes saw an opportunity to seize land and wealth. They began to exert increasing pressure on the empire's borders. The Huns, a nomadic warrior people from Central Asia, pushed westward, displacing other tribes and driving them into Roman territory. The migration of the Goths in 376 AD, seeking refuge from the Huns, marked a turning point. The Goths, initially allowed to settle within Roman borders, soon revolted against Roman rule. Their victory at the Battle of Adrianople in 378 AD shocked the empire and revealed the vulnerability of its legions. This defeat marked the beginning of a wave of barbarian invasions that would eventually overwhelm the Western Roman Empire. The Roman army, once the mightiest in the world, was overstretched and weakened. By the 5th century AD, the Western Roman Empire was struggling to hold back the tide of barbarian invasions. The combination of internal weaknesses and external pressures proved too much for the Roman Empire to bear. The Roman Empire's fall was marked by a series of key events that highlighted its decline and eventual collapse. The crisis of the 3rd century from 235 to 284 AD was a period of extreme turmoil and instability. During these 5 decades, the empire faced numerous internal rebellions, economic collapse, and barbarian invasions. The empire nearly disintegrated, only to be held together by the efforts of strong emperors like Aurelian and Diocletian. To address the empire's growing problems, Emperor Diocletian, who reigned from 284 to 305 AD, implemented a series of reforms. He divided the empire into 2 halves, the Western Roman Empire and the Eastern Roman Empire, each ruled by an emperor. This division aimed to improve administration and defense. Diocletian also introduced economic and social reforms to stabilize the empire. However, the division of the empire, while intended to strengthen it, ultimately contributed to its downfall. The Western Roman Empire, with its weaker economy and constant barbarian pressure, proved unable to withstand the challenges it faced. The Eastern Roman Empire, later known as the Byzantine Empire, survived for centuries longer due to its wealthier lands and more stable government. The deposition of Romulus Augustus in 476 AD is often cited as the definitive end of the Western Roman Empire. Section 5, The Fall of the West, Romulus Augustus, and the Aftermath. The year 476 AD marks the deposition of Romulus Augustus, the last Western Roman emperor. This event symbolized the end of the Western Roman Empire, a culmination of long decline. Romulus Augustus, a teenager, held little real power. His reign marked the final act in a centuries-long disintegration. Odoacer, a Germanic general, deposed Romulus but did not claim the title. He sent the imperial regalia to Constantinople, acknowledging the Eastern Emperor. This act signified the end of the Western Roman Empire. The empire had been crumbling for centuries. Its infrastructure decayed, armies weakened, and central authority waned. The Western Roman Empire was a ghost of its former self. The fall had profound consequences for European history. It marked the end of classical antiquity and the beginning of the Middle Ages. Section 6. The Legacy of Rome, Germanic Kingdoms, and the Byzantine Empire. While the Western Roman Empire fell, the Roman legacy lived on. In the West, Germanic kingdoms emerged from the wreckage, adopting and adapting Roman laws, customs, and institutions. The Ostrogoths in Italy, the Visigoths in Spain, the Franks in Gaul. These and other Germanic tribes blended their own traditions with those of Rome, creating new hybrid cultures. The Roman Catholic Church, which had spread throughout the empire, played a crucial role in preserving Roman culture and learning. Monasteries became repositories of ancient texts, and church leaders served as intermediaries between the Germanic rulers and their Roman subjects. The church provided a sense of continuity and stability amidst the political fragmentation of the early Middle Ages. In the East, the Eastern Roman Empire, or Byzantine Empire, survived for nearly 1,000 years after the fall of the West. Centered in Constantinople, the Byzantine Empire preserved Roman law, administration, and culture. The Byzantines considered themselves the inheritors of the Roman legacy, and they continued to influence Eastern Europe and the Mediterranean world for centuries. The Byzantine Empire made significant contributions to art, architecture, and literature. The legacy of the Roman Empire, therefore, is complex and multifaceted. Section 7. Historiographical Debate, Understanding the Fall. The fall of the Roman Empire has fascinated historians for centuries. Why did such a powerful empire collapse? What factors contributed to its decline? Historians debate the importance of various factors. Edward Gibbon emphasized internal decay. He pointed to political corruption, economic decline, and moral decay. Others argue external factors like barbarian invasions were crucial. Germanic tribes exerted relentless pressure. Modern historians see a complex interplay of factors. They argue it was a combination of internal and external factors. Recent scholarship explores climate change, environmental degradation, and epidemics. The fall of the Roman Empire remains a subject of ongoing debate. Section 8. Conclusion. Lessons from the Roman Empire. The fall of the Roman Empire stands as a stark reminder that even the mightiest empires are not invincible. Rome's decline and fall offer valuable lessons for understanding the complexities of empires and the challenges they face. It highlights the importance of strong leadership, a stable economy, social cohesion, and the ability to adapt to changing circumstances. The story of Rome reminds us that empires are not monolithic entities but rather complex systems with interconnected parts. When those parts begin to weaken or fail, the entire system becomes vulnerable to collapse. Rome's decline was not a sudden event but rather a slow process of decay that unfolded over centuries. It was the result of a complex interplay of factors, both internal and external, that gradually eroded the empire's foundations. The fall of the Roman Empire also teaches us that history is not linear or predictable. There are always unforeseen circumstances, unexpected events, and unpredictable consequences. The legacy of the Roman Empire continues to resonate today. By understanding the factors that contributed to Rome's decline, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the challenges facing our own societies and the importance of addressing them proactively.